In this video I will show you an easy recipe for New York style pizza. To make the dough you will need high protein flour, water, instant dry yeast, sugar, sea salt and extra virgin olive oil. To be honest, I've only started experimenting with New York style dough in the last couple of months. I'd usually use my regular Neapolitan-style dough, stretch it differently and bake it at a lower temperature for 4 to 5 minutes, and it would turn out great. Mix the dry ingredients first, then start adding the water slowly. From this recipe, you should get 2 dough balls of around 400 grams each. This dough is not high hydration, it's only 60% water, so it's not difficult to knead. I knead it for around 5 to 6 minutes until it starts bouncing back. After that, it needs to rest, covered with a bowl for at least 20 minutes to relax. Then just reshape it and put it back in the bowl to rest for 2 hours before making the dough balls. At this point the gluten has already started developing, so the dough is very nice to work with, it's bouncy, so it's ready to rest for another 2 hours. Lightly oil the bowl and place the dough ball in it. Cover the dough ball with the wet cloth and let it rest for 2 hours. After 2 hours at room temperature, the dough has risen by about 50%, so it's ready to be divided into 2 dough balls. Divide the dough into 2 equal parts and form your dough balls. You can use any technique you like, as the dough isn't sticky and it's very easy to work with. Lightly oil your containers and place the dough balls inside. Now they're going into the fridge for at least 24 hours of cold fermentation. The next day I took the dough balls out 3 hours before baking, so they had enough time to relax at room temperature. In the meantime, I'm firing up my Ooni oven and grating some low moisture mozzarella, which I found to be the perfect cheese for this kind of pizza. stretch the dough, I'm using a mixture of semolina and type 0 flour. The dough feels nice and relaxed, so it's easy to stretch. I dropped it 2 times while using my knuckles for stretching. I guess it's because the edge is not as massive as on Neapolitan style pizza. At this point I realized I was running out of gas and had to speed up filming and topping the pizza. Luckily I needed a lower temperature and I knew I'd make it, but I was worried the stone might cool down, so I had to rush things a bit. Also, I was hoping for a much bigger pizza with 400 grams dough ball. I'll make them 500 grams each next time and maybe even use a baking screen to get them perfectly round. The stone temperature was still around 400 degrees Celsius at launch, and I lowered the flame as soon as the pizza was in. The baking time was around 5 minutes. This looks like a real New York style pizza to me, honestly, and the bottom is baked perfectly. I'll leave it on the rack to rest for 5 minutes before cutting. It's not as big a slice as the ones you'd buy in New York, but it's still a great looking homemade pizza. I must say again that the taste of this pizza hits different. Tomato sauce, mozzarella, chorizo and oregano. It doesn't get much better than that, honestly. Let me know what you think about this recipe and what would you do differently. Thank you for watching.